Right, should we do the first test?
Right.
Come on, here we
Gotta
go.
get comfortable.
Yeah, okay, let's try the
recline.
Let's try the recline. Oh, it's going
fast.
down. It's quick, yeah.
It's fast recline.
It is.
Would that be useful to you, Fuzz? I don't know.
It might be in a situation. If I need to get my head down very quickly.
I mean...
if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it would. Actually, that's great.
That's almost like lying on a business class flight, that, isn't it? It's
Yeah, that is actually.
Yeah.
And when you need that 20 minutes, if you're going on a long drive, that is a great...
20 minutes is the optimum time.
Yeah, that's a great place to be. So do you like a high seat or a low seat?
I like a low seat. I like to get down amongst the car with the steering wheel up here. But this is an SUV after all.
That's true.
You like to have a nice, high-rise position, really, don't you?
I do. I quite like being high up. I've always liked that as well.
Yeah.
It's not an age thing. I think maybe it's an inferiority complex.
You like to look down on other people, don't you?
That's probably what it is, yeah. But the seat is multi-positional, so I can.
Yeah. You are still very reclined, aren't you? You're very relaxed. You look very at home in the...
Maybe I need to take things a bit more seriously and sit up. That's what I always used to be told. Sit up, Townsend.
Said sit up.
Yes.
I was always sitting at the front of the class. The goody two shoes with my back up.
And look where it got you.
Yes, exactly. Well, yeah. So let's talk about the way it looks. Let's talk about the interior because we're in it, aren't we? But
yeah. Well, we've got what initially looks like two screens, but it's one sort of broad screen really. But I like it because sometimes these things can be way too fussy.
I know.
But this seems, whether it's because I'm used to KGMs, I don't think so.
No, it isn't.
It's got everything that you need there.
So I drive stuff from different brands all of the time, and infotainment systems are they're a big thing in cars now, and you quickly realise the good ones and the bad ones.
Yeah.
This one is really simple, and I don't mean that nastily. It's very intuitive, and it looks great. So this for the Actyon, it's got a new design, new operating system.
Yes.
It looks really smart. It's great, isn't it?
It does, yeah. But there are some aspects of it that are quite familiar, and that I also find that. It's a kind of comforting thing when you're going from an old version of a car or an older model into a new one. If there's some familiarity there, you've got some sort of intuitive moves that
totally.
you don't have to retrain your brain and body.
Yeah.
So I've got my finger is on the buttons on the steering wheel here in a way that I would normally have them.
That's a new steering wheel as well. Did you know that?
Yeah, that's right, with the KGM logo.
I know. Square steering wheel as well.
That's it.
And it looks really pretty. Look at these. You've got the favourites button there.
Yeah.
And you've got the auto hold button there. I don't know. It just looks really smart.
That's right.
Almost
I hadn't
Land Rover-esque, actually. I think. So not only have we got. Did you say 32 colours of ambient lighting?
I believe so. Yeah.
God.
Yeah. That is a full palette.
That is a full. As palettes go, that is a full palette.
That's right.
I'm liking all the contrast. So you got all the black. You got black Napa leather seats, black headlining.
Yep.
Black sort of trim across the dashboard with all this red stitching. I've never been in the KGM like this before.
I know, it works for me.
Red seatbelts as well.
Yeah.
Look. Peugeot 205 GTI vibes.
I like a red seatbelt. I think possibly, if I were given a choice, if I had a choice of seatbelt colour, I would always go for red.
It's got to be red, isn't it? It's got to be red.
It has.
And the boot's enormous on this.
Yeah.
Have you checked out the boot space in this car?
Yeah, exactly. And I always need loads of boot space because unfortunately I've got into the habit of being one of those people who carries everything. Just absolutely everything.
But firstly, what you consider normal is not normal by most people's standards, though. Is it gearboxes and suspensions?
I have been known to carry. I have been known to carry major running units out of cars in KGM products. So yeah, I do.
I've got the precise figure for the boot. Actually, I consult my notes.
It's 668 litres.
Someone was paying attention in the presentation earlier, weren't they?
Yeah. So even though I was
You are
talking at
spot on.
even though I was talking at the back of the class,
You were.
I was.
I know. I was sitting there making notes, and
Yeah.
he was chattering away.